Tax me, I'm Canadian. That's the new slogan of this banana republic of a country. I still to this day have yet to actually hear from any elected official or any liberal or NDP teat sucker that what the carbon tax actually does. Putting a price on pollution is not a solution. Putting a price on pollution is a penalty for just existing, right? Welcome back to another video, everybody. Today we're talking about the carbon tax. We're going to take a look at what Senator Don Plett has to say and how the government is not just doing one carbon tax, which was April 1st of 2023, but now they're doing a second carbon tax. They're literally taxing a tax. You remember when the Conservatives were like, you got to stop the triple carbon tax? Well, yeah, we're on our way to literally 3x carbon tax. Before we get into it, I want to encourage you to give a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Really helps grow the channel. Let's take a look at what this second carbon tax is. The second carbon tax second carbon tax costs average family up to $1,157 by 2023. Parliament says the parliamentary budget officer. The second carbon tax is in addition to the current carbon tax. There are no rebates with the second carbon tax. Today's PBO report estimated the second carbon tax will cost the average household between $384 and $1,157 in 2023, depending on the province. The table at the end of this news release breaks down the cost of the average household by province. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm in BC, so that's $384. Ah, look at that. We're like the cheapest one. All right, good job, BC. You did something right. Saskatchewan, $1,117. Alberta, $1,157. That just seems like an attack on Alberta because, you know, liberals are like, screw you, Alberta. We're just going to tax the hell out of you. I mean, even Ontario is $495. That doesn't make any sense. The second carbon tax is going to cost people in Ontario $495. Ontario, the most populated province in all of Canada, but it's going to do Alberta $1,157. Oh, that just seems personal and sadistic in so many ways. And of course, Quebec is extremely low because why wouldn't they be? I would really love to know what the government plans on doing with the carbon tax money, because this is bringing in millions, billions of dollars for the government in additional revenue. And I would really be disappointed if me driving a gasoline car means I pay extra and that money goes to, I don't know, Ukraine or back to China for just whatever reason. I don't know why Trudeau would be paying China, probably because he's in debt from all the loans that they've given him or something like that. But if I could have an actual explanation as to the pot of money that the carbon tax is holding, how are they going to fight climate change? Are you going to get like nuclear missiles to fire at tornadoes, to shoot back at tsunamis, or to fire in the middle of hurricanes to stop them? Like, I just don't understand how that money is going to better our infrastructure to fight climate change. It doesn't make any sense. And that's what Canadians have a massive issue with. How are you going to use that money? Never once been discussed, nor do we know. And it's just very sadistic, and I mean, I'm not having it. And apparently, either is Senator Don Plett. Let's take a look at what he has to say, why the Trudeau government is avoiding the questions and hiding the cost of the second carbon tax from the premiers of the Atlantic provinces. It should recognize the significant inflationary pressure the second carbon tax will cause on Canadians and cancel it.
Leader, the premiers of the Atlantic provinces called on your government to reveal how the Prime Minister's second carbon tax will impact their people. This is the second time in less than a month that the premiers have asked for this information. Their statement yesterday reads in part, and I quote, "Federal measures taking effect on July 1st, 2023 will significantly increase prices for gasoline and diesel and create additional inflationary pressures on families and more vulnerable people. The Parliamentary Budget Officer has found that these federal policies disproportionately impact Atlantic Canadians. Leader, why is your government hiding the cost of the second carbon tax from these premiers? Or do you dismiss their questions as well as being too partisan, as you do with mine?"
Senator Gold. No, the government, thank you for your question. The government is not hiding things from the Premier nor dismissing their concerns. Of course, it's a legitimate concern for all Canadians as to what costs that they might be called upon to assume. The price on pollution is an important market responsive mechanism to address climate change. It is an important part, though not the only part, of this government's commitment to address a serious existential issue for our country, for our economy, and for our future. And in that regard, and the Government of Canada also has respect for the parliamentary budget officer's analysis, although it does not necessarily agree in all respects with every aspect of it.
Senator Platt.
Didn't answer the question. What are you going to do with the money from the carbon tax? I would love to know in the comments what you think of this right now. We're going to do this. We're going to pose a question mid-video instead of at the end. How do you think the government is going to be spending this money for the carbon tax, the accumulation of these millions and billions of dollars? Because I've yet to actually be told by anybody. And that's a pretty standard question. Oh, you're taxing us. What are you doing with that money? That's it. It's a pretty simple and standard question. I don't think it's asking too much.
Again, hiding the cost. Like, why not just answer my question? Why not get the information? Answer the questions you're asked. You say we're partisan, we're frustrating to you, and yet you refuse to answer any of our questions. You don't even come close. On May 24th, Minister Guilbeault promised the 4 Atlantic premiers that he would provide them with information in 2 weeks, Leader, about how much of a burden the Prime Minister's second carbon tax will be on their people. Those 2 weeks have come and gone, yet the provinces are still looking for answers from the Trudeau government. Leader, July 1st is just around the corner. Minister Guilbeault must know how much the second carbon tax will cost Canadians, or does he? Is he just simply flying by the seat of his pants? Why hasn't he had the courtesy to provide the information to the premiers as promised? And why don't you have the courtesy to give us the answers? Why hasn't your government had the sense to cancel this punitive and inflationary carbon tax?
Senator Gold.
I will certainly make inquiries as to why there has been a delay in providing the information to which you referred. The government has no intent of canceling the price on pollution. It is, as I said, an important part of a multi-pronged, serious policy to address climate change, a policy which Canadians require if we're going to face the future with confidence.
These sadistic weirdos make me feel like I'm going crazy sometimes. I just don't understand. First of all, why can't you even say how much the second carbon tax is going to be like the senator is asking? Second of all, what the hell are you doing with the carbon tax money? How is putting a price on pollution going to stop pollution? Is it just to disincentivize people? Then say that. But that's the only really logical thing that I can think of. Oh, you're being taxed a lot. It's like a penalty, like a speeding ticket, right? Or, I don't know, a bylaw parking ticket. I used to live in a van. I'm very familiar with those. It disincentivizes you to continue to do that, to break the law or go against, the grain, go against what the narrative is. That's the only logical thing I can think of, and it's pretty messed up to do that considering electric vehicles are overpriced and everything electric is wildly overpriced. Electric everything, lawnmowers, electric stoves, electric this, electric that. It's just crazy that you're just being punished. Air you breathe, tax it. You paper toilet or toilet paper, tax it. Just tax everything. Why not? Oh, wait, they're already doing that. So I've already asked one question halfway through the video. I'd love to know any more thoughts that you have on this. And maybe you agree with me. Maybe you don't. Maybe you know why we're being taxed or what they're doing with that money. I'd love to know what you guys think down below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. If you want to support the channel financially, you can do so by checking out the merch shop linked right up there. Or if you want to do something for free, which is also absolutely acceptable and highly encouraged, you can subscribe right there. If you want to continue watching videos like this, you can do so by clicking or tapping right there to watch the next upcoming video. And if you want to watch a little bit of different content, but also Canadian stuff, you can do so by clicking right up there. That's my second channel, House of Canada, also known as the House of Commons Highlights. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.